Hi, Star. It's Carrie. Um, as I'm looking at myself record this, I feel like it must have been a really long day for me to look this rough. I mean, I got the hair going everywhere, and it's kind of funny because you see how my hair is kind of yellow and how it's kind of sticking up, and well, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know, a pineapple. And so, about a week or so ago, Jamie and Kathy um, gave you a link to what we're calling our pineapple PD. And so I'm kind of appealing to you to make sure that you are getting some lessons posted on that pineapple chart, and just to remind you a little bit about the specifics of it. So I have some props. So the first thing I want to do is, this came from literature. This isn't a Carrieism. And what I loved about the idea of having Pineapple PD, what kind of pushed it in that direction, and one of the reasons that the 8 Steps team adopted it was because it's better than any other kind of PD system. And this is coming right from the book. It's dynamic, it's customizable, it's exactly the opposite of the kind of PD that we typically have, because you choose based on the lessons that are posted when you're going to go view. So part of the 8-step money that we used from Title II was for an entire week. And that entire week actually begins May 7th. We have 2 substitute teachers in the building that will float and go from room to room to room, so that we know that we always have coverage if you want to go into a peer's room and view their lesson. Okay, so look, this is a first prop. It's a pineapple. I was going to attach it to my head, and then I saw my hair and I realized, hey, you already have pineapple hair. It's got pineapple going on there. And so what will happen if you post on that board, and the link will be in the newsletter, if you post on that board, you're saying, yeah, come on in. It's an open door invitation. It's a pineapple. Remember, pineapple is a sign for welcome. I also have the gold-plated version of a pineapple, so this means disco welcome. Disco welcome. And so you'll go in, and you are welcome to observe. Maybe you want to do that by sitting by a child. Maybe if you know that you're going into a teacher's room ahead of time, you want to say, what would you like my role to be? You'll observe, and then these will be in your mailbox. And so before you leave, you'll just leave this little, thanks for letting me visit, just a couple of nice little notes, nice little words. Maybe you would want to write a question like, I would like to know more about, or would you be willing to share with me X, Y, or Z that you saw? And then as you're leaving the room, the person that you visited, everybody will have these lays, and then they'll give you a lay. And so you'll be like, oh, look. So you're going to leave behind this, and you're going to take this, but what you're going to take is the wealth of knowledge and experience that you're going to get from observing somebody else's classroom. But the symbolic version of all that knowledge you're gaining is these lays. And at the end of the week, the professional in the building with the most lays is going to be awarded a prize. And that's just going to be based on honor system. So no sharing your lays. Don't be last minute, oh, you can have my lays because I'm not going to win. And I'll make it worth your while. I'll make something really awesome for you, whoever wins. So the person with the most lays. So the goal of Pineapple PD is to get into other people's classrooms, right? And a version of this is posted online. Jamie and Kathy are also going to have it in the gym, so you can be reminded of where and when, okay? So if somebody puts it on the schedule, then they're saying you're welcome to come in. You don't need to tell them you're coming in. If you feel more comfortable letting them know you're coming in, or if you want to set some guidelines with them before you come in, that's fine. You will leave this little, oh, thank you for letting me come in. They'll give you a lay, and the person with the most lays at the end of the week will get a prize from me. And maybe your hair won't look, there's no guarantee that your hair won't look like pineapple hair at the end. Thank you so much for taking on the initiative, Star. Please start signing up as you're getting your lesson plans done for that week of May 7th as soon as possible. We want to really get the momentum rolling on this. Have a good evening.